中华队加油！中华队加油 ！Play ball! Let's talk about that vid. Hey, you're watching VidTalk on VoiceTube TV. I'm JR.
I'm Ray, and today we're talking about baseball. As you could possibly judge from our abundance of props, we got the cheering sticks. I'm wearing a baseball cap.
We got the ball.
Right.
We got the glove.
So obviously we're talking about baseball.
That's right, because this past week, we just played at the Premier 12 tournament, and it was amazing. A lot of exciting games. And I gotta say, it's very touching, moving, because even though we got eliminated in the end, we still won the respect. We lost the game, but won the respect. Because for the past few years, as I observed, in the past few years, whenever we were behind in a game, we would easily give up. But this time, we fought to the very last inning. It was very touching, very moving. 真的，这次中华队打得超级令人感动。
So for those of you who don't know, the Premier 12 is a World Championship Series on baseball, which is held by the WBSC, the World Baseball Softball Confederation. And the Premier 12 is hosted right here in Taiwan, where 12 teams fight for the champion title.
So for the past few days, we've been up against some really good teams in the world. Canada, Cuba, Puerto Rico. And in the game against Canada, it was 8-9. We actually had a really good game. It was really tight, really exciting. And we actually had a turning point.
What was the turning point?
That kind of got crushed, though.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it was in the 8th inning, we had a hit nearly against the wall. But the Canadian outfielders made a great save. And there's nothing you can say about that. It was a perfect performance. And it crushed our hope in reversing the game. Yeah, so it was 8-9. We lost that game, but really good one, by the way. And then we went on to play against Cuba, which was 4-1 in the end. At first, it was 1-1. And then finally, in the 8th inning, our very one and only Captain Taiwan, 大师兄林智胜, he hit a 3-point home run and took it 4-1, and we closed the game 4-1. That was amazing.
You know, to be honest, I don't follow baseball as closely as you do, but even I know about this game. Even I know about this hit because it's so like iconic. It's so viral, and in fact, this is the video we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, it is the video that we're talking about. It's very viral on the internet right now, so you can actually find it on Facebook or YouTube. It's crazy. Lin Zhishen, awesome, awesome.
But then we go to the final game, right?
Yeah, and then to the final game against Puerto Rico, Lin Zhishen had hit another home run. He actually scored the first point, 1-0. Then it was 1-1. They equalized it. We took it into the 10th inning. It was still tied, so we went on to the tiebreaker, 突破僵局制 tiebreaker, and it was 1-1, 3-1. We took the lead, 3-3. They equalized it, and eventually, however, they hit a grand slam home run, 满贯全垒打. So me and my friend were watching in the living room on our sofa, and the game was so tight in the tiebreaker, so we were actually praying together.
Really?
Oh God, please let us win this game. We really want to play in the top 8 in Japan.
Oh, okay.
I've never found myself so devout in my life.
It's like suddenly you're a really religious man at the moment of the game.
Yeah, like, God, I know I haven't prayed for days, but you know, we really love you. Please let us win. And
but when
Puerto Rico hit that home run in the tiebreaker, all of a sudden we were like, what just happened? God, do you really exist?
Like, where are you?
We were totally devastated.
Yeah, that one home run lead shattered our dreams, closed off the gates to Japan.
Yeah,
right.
But as I said, we lost the game, we got eliminated, but still we won the respect. I think they played a really good game, and they really had that sportsmanship in them. So as I said, good game, 中华台北. Awesome.
You know, Gerard, I think it's really fascinating for me personally to hear you talk about and review all these past games with our team. But, you know, I have a confession to make.
Yeah?
I'm actually pretty lame when it comes to baseball. A lot of the terms, you know.
I can tell.
How could you tell?
Because you're wearing a Sesame Street cap, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Is Elmo your icon?
Yeah, this is the closest thing to a baseball cap that I could find. So I just wore this. So, you know, a lot of the terms you're talking about just now, what is innings, tiebreaker, infielder, outfielder. I have no idea what you're talking about. So is it possible? Can you walk me through some of the terms so at least I know what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, definitely, of course. So the first thing you probably would like to know about is probably the positions.
Right.
So on a team, you have 9 starters in a game.
Okay.
And when you're batting, you're batting. When you're fielding, though, there's the catcher, the pitcher, the first baseman, second baseman, third baseman. And between second and third base, there's a person called the shortstop.
Shortstop.
游击手.
Oh, okay.
Shortstop, 游击手. These are the infielders, 内野手.
Oh, so they stay within the field.
Yeah, that's right. 在红土上的.
Okay.
And outfield, you have the left fielder, center fielder, and right fielder. These are the outfielders, 外野手.
Oh, so in and out.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
All right. And I think it's pretty fair to say that 70% of the game is determined by the pitcher's performance.
Okay.
Whether he performs good or bad is really decisive in a game.
Okay.
That's probably why he's most likely the most expensive player on the team.
Like in salary wise.
In terms of salary. Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
So let me get this straight. We have three main players. We have the pitcher who pitches the ball.
Yeah.
To the batter who tries to hit the ball.
Hit the ball.
If he doesn't, the ball goes to the catcher who catches the ball.
捕手.
If he does though, if the ball goes out into the field, the infielders and the outfielders should try and stop him.
Stop him from getting on base.
Okay, just catch the ball and stop it.
And eventually running home, of course.
Okay. So in a nutshell, that's basically it, right?
Yeah, in a nutshell, basically that's as you just mentioned.
But how does the game go on though? How do they keep scores?
So the game has 9 innings in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is an inning?
Innings are 局.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And within each inning, there's the first half and the second half. And usually we just call them the top of the inning or the bottom of the inning. For example, if you want to say 九局上, the top of the 9th inning. 九局下, the bottom of the 9th inning. That's right.
I see. Got it. Okay, so we have different innings, but within each inning, how does a team score?
Well, there's 3 bases, right?
Right.
And whenever a person on base runs home, that's 1 point.
Run home. But what is a home run then?
Well, a home run is when the batter hits the ball out of the fence.
Oh, okay.
Nobody catches it, so he gets to run home.
But why is it called a home run?
Because he runs to home plate.
Oh.
Yeah, first base, second place, third place.
So everybody gets to run back, and you get all these points.
Yeah, and that's a Grand Slam home run when you have 3 people on base already.
Oh.
First, second,
so you
and
get
third,
4 points.
You get 4 points.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that what happened in Puerto Rico?
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, okay. The Grand
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh,
yeah, we lost at the 突破僵局制, the tiebreaker.
Okay, so we've got the basic positions, the runs, and tiebreakers down, right?
Yeah.
You've taught me a lot. I think I should be able to
teach somebody about this next time.
Well, at least discuss with someone baseball, right? At the very least. But also, when I was researching for VidTalk today, this episode, I came across a few interesting jargons on baseball, some terminology. Right.
Okay.
And I was wondering, I was thinking it might be interesting for our audience to hear these terms. So I think I'll give you the terms and maybe you can explain to them what it means in baseball.
So is this a test?
No, this is not a test. This is not a game. No, it's just information for our audience to get more familiar with
what you got.
These terms. Right. So the first one I've seen was a perfect game.
Perfect game is 完全比赛. It's kind of similar to 无安打比赛, no hitter. But there is a tiny difference.
What's the difference?
So when you say you had a no hitter, means that the pitcher did a really great job allowing no hits during the game.
Okay.
But a perfect game is even better because that means nobody set foot on plate.
Oh.
That means there were no hits and there were no walks at all.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Right.
Do you recall any recent perfect games?
In 2012, there was a perfect game.
Okay.
In the Major League by a pitcher called Felix Fernandez. He was playing for the Seattle Mariners.
Oh, okay.
He had a perfect game.
Wow. Right.
Definitely outstanding.
Okay, so a perfect game, that's the first one. The second one that I came across was a clutch hitter.
Clutch hitter means this is a very important player within the game. Right? He probably made a hit that was decisive in the results.
Okay.
Right. Usually
changed the outcome of the game.
Reverse ground. Right.
Okay.
So that in Chinese is probably like 关键球员.
And a good example of this would be
definitely Lin Zhishen this time during the Premier 12. I think he's a very key player on and off field because I heard off field he's a captain that really knows how to motivate his players. Yeah, so he did a really good job.
I see. Inspiring his teammates to perform better.
Yeah, and needless to talk about that home run, that 3-point home run against Cuba. That was awesome.
So he is definitely a clutch hitter.
Yeah.
And the last one I've got for you is a walk-off grand slam.
Walk-off grand slam. 再见满贯全垒打. Most easy to understand.
And a good example of this would be...
Let's not talk about
the one with Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, Puerto Rico. That was devastating.
So that was the definition of a walk-off grand slam because it stopped the game.
Yeah, it totally
decided
ended the game.
I see.
After that grand slam.
Okay. So we got perfect game, clutch hitter, and a walk-off grand slam. These are the 3 terms for you today. I hope it was interesting for you guys to learn about baseball.
Right.
I learned a lot
I had
from JR, right? And we're still going to show a video because it's VidTalk. And today, the video that we've prepared for you is the iconic, the epic moment of our Captain Taiwan.
That's right.
Right, destroying Cuba. So go ahead and enjoy this clip.
李志胜
Send this crowd into a frenzy.
Okay, here's the bat. 大师兄 Captain Taiwan. And here goes the pitch. And it's out of here! Sayonara! That was epic.
Look at his face, look at the coach's face. He's not happy.
He's
about
devastated. That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
That was the moment.
The iconic epic moment,
Right.
Everybody's gonna remember.
Yeah.
So we're going to take that video and make it into our weekly challenge. Now, the sentence that we want you to learn today is, he sent this crowd into a frenzy. Now, what is frenzy, JR?
Frenzy means wild excitement. Extremely excited.
Okay.
Super duper excited.
Like you are right now?
Now.
Frenzy 是狂喜，然后非常非常的兴奋。
Yeah,
frenzy,
that's right.
So to send someone into a frenzy 就是让人在这个状态当中，让人很
进入
兴奋。
那种极度兴奋的状态。
Right. So we want you to make a sentence with send someone into a frenzy. Mind you, this can be positive or negative.
It's kind of neutral.
Right. You can say, I drove my mom into a frenzy.
That would probably be bad.
Yeah, that would probably be negative, right? So make a sentence with send someone into a frenzy. Leave it in the comment sections below, and you might see your own comment in our next episode of VidTalk.
And we've enjoyed talking about baseball here on the show today, and that's a wrap for today. Thank you for liking, commenting, and sharing this video.
And remember to subscribe to VoiceTube TV right up there, and come back every Thursday night for a new episode of VidTalk. And if you want to see more of me and JR, click on the links below us right
Radio
there,
English,
right
JR Lee Radio. Click right here. It's kind of weird when we do this.
Stop. And now we're gonna go to our comments left by you guys in our last episode.
Okay, let's go to the comments. And last week we were talking about using the phrase "let's agree to disagree," which means
不同意
You
Basically, right.
You almost forgot.
I almost said 同意 right? It's 不同意
Kind of tricky right there.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah. So this is from Hua and Q. I like your name, Hua and Q. She or he said, I can't tell. In the movie Men in Black 3, MIB3, Agent J said, which is played by Will Smith, "You lose." Boris responded, "Let's agree to disagree." After the fight, Boris said, "It's not possible." And Agent J said, "Let's agree to disagree."
I didn't know that.
I actually forgot that line in the movie, but it was a good movie, by the way. Okay. Next is Feng Ming Chen.
Okay.
逗号. Feng Ming Chen is nicknamed 逗号. I think Ray's fingers are more beautiful than JR's, but my friend doesn't think so. We agreed to disagree after arguing for 20 minutes yesterday.
Thank you for taking 20 minutes out of your meaningful life to argue about this topic.
Yeah, and just for your reference, let's just show our fingers to them, and you decide.
You know, I don't know. I think his fingers are like more beautiful.
Are they?
Yeah, prettier. Okay, let's just go on.
Alright, next one is from Chen Yongjie. Oftentimes people are talking over the fact about who is the best host ever, RD or JR.
Okay.
I think they're trying to divide us. Eventually, they all agreed to disagree after all. It was too hard to figure it out.
Okay.
Well, you know, we try not to think about this,
Yeah, for the sake of the show, you know.
but at home I still like to think I'm the best.
What?
Alright, last sentence. This is from Wei Fan. Wei Fan said, after arguing about politics for months, Julie and her husband agreed to disagree, and they stopped arguing about politics.
Good sentence.
Good sentence.
Don't argue about politics, just watch VidTalk.
Yeah, and is your wife's name Julie? Just kidding. Anyways, once again, thank you very much for watching this show. I'm JR,
I'm Ray.
and we'll talk to you next time. Ray, why can't you do anything with your beautiful fingers?